Jim here, and I'm going to revisit this Noob's pack. First time we looked at my pack, I had 37 pounds. That was way too much weight. I knew it at the time, but I wanted to start with everything that I might put in my pack. So today, we're middle of June, and I wanted to go through and show how I've got my pack down to 26 pounds. What is it that makes up 26 pounds? And then I'm going to drop even more weight. I've got a couple of new things that I picked up in the last few weeks I'm really excited about, and I'm going to show you how those things fit in this pack. Okay, so let's take a look at this Noob's new pack. Again, we're still using the Red Cloud 5400 Kelty pack. This is a Cordura pack. So what do we do to get to 26 pounds? Well, we've got Gorilla Pod. This is what I've been using on my trips. Hold it out like this. I can put the camera up here. Right now I've got it on a little tripod up there, but this is the one I carry with me. So I've got this one here. So I got the Gorilla Pod. Okay, then what do we have in the pack? Well, we've got in the front top pocket here. Again, we've got this first aid kit. This is the one I've been carrying. I've really thought about this a lot, and while this is heavier than I absolutely would need, it does have everything that I would need. So I'm thinking this is one of those things that when you need it, you don't want to be saying, gosh, I'm sure glad I didn't carry those extra few ounces. So I'm going to keep the full first aid kit in my pack. That's just part of my nature. I'm a pretty much risk-averse sort of guy. So, all right, I've got two 30-foot pieces of Zing-It that I've got fixed end loops on that I just carry so I can have some extra ways to hang the tarp and stuff. And then the extra Zing-It that's on the roll still, I just take the roll and cram it down in there. Just in case I want to play with it while I'm out there and do whatever. Got my Swiss Army knife. It's the big one that I've had since 1978. It's with this nice little leather pouch. Again, this is something I'm toying with switching out, but I haven't done it yet. Got my headlamp and a pair of leather gloves. I thought I'd carry these. I just stuffed them down in the bottom of this pocket, and they've just been sitting there. And I thought I'd use these to move logs around in a hot fire or whatever. So they've just been sitting there. I think I might just be getting rid of those guys. I don't think they're really doing me any good. All right. So then we have in the front pocket here, again, I just have a windbreaker, and you know, this thing weighs almost nothing. And you know, when comes time and you need to add an extra piece over the top, it's nice to have a little windbreaker. I don't own one of those fancy wind shirts, but that does just about as well, I figure. Okay, on the outside, I got a liter of water, and this is the Sawyer filter bottle. Just pops open, you get your filter in there. So a liter of water. And I got my stove. Again, this is the Speedo 123R, and before I go out, I fill the canister of the stove with white gas, and then I have a 4-ounce bottle of white gas that I carry with me. Stick it in this little plastic bag, just because it's white gas, so I don't want it spilling out over anything. Okay, I think that's the external pockets. All right, now I've got the outside side pockets. I got a couple of these carabiners here. These are Wild Country mountain rated climbing grade carabiners. Kevin L on BWCA.com sent me some aluminum clips that are much like the Dutch clips. So these were what I was using. I put the Dutch clips on my thing, and I figured, you know what? I'll just stick these in there, again, just in case. It's not bad to have a couple of extra carabiners sitting around. And I've got my Tyvek ground sheet. It's just about 2 feet by 2 feet. I got a couple of bungee cords here. I got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groundhog stakes, and again 3 or 4 bungee cords. So I got a total of 6 bungee cords and 6 stakes. It's probably more than I need, but it's nice to have those bungee cords when you want to switch out the way that your tarp is hung. On this side, I've got my Sawyer squeeze. This is just the 1 quart bag. I've got all 3 bags for this, but I only carry the 1 quart and the filter. That's all the pockets on the outside. So we go to the main pack. Now the Kelty Red Cloud comes with a lid that you can turn into a fanny pack. I've got that right here. I haven't been using it at all. You know, it's a nice size pack, and you can put stuff in it, but I haven't needed the volume at all. And in fact, I've reduced my volume significantly since my January hike. Okay, let's see what we've got then in the main pack. We've got my cut down Enslite pad. Here's my kitchen kit. I had this the last time, and I just the stuff was sort of floating loose, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to take my kitchen kit, I'm going to stick it in this just a nylon stuff sack. I'm going to get a better stuff sack that'll fit better, but I've got my kitchen kit in here, and I've got my food, a couple of days worth of food, you know, some cup of soup, oatmeal, freeze-dried meals, some tea, some Kool-Aid, got a little camp towel. I'd forgotten the camp towel before, and that was kind of a bummer when I didn't have it with me. I just got my little Boy Scout mess kit. And then I've got just some freeze-dried beef stroganoff. That's one of those 1 serving size things. And then just some snack bars. And I just sort of keep all the food together in one place. I figure if I need to throw it over the branch for a bear bag in it, at least I can just take the whole thing and whoosh, up and over. And of course, with the extra zing it, that'll be good enough to throw this up and over a branch as a bear bag. Again, I'm probably going to replace that with a more smaller stuff sack that's going to fit better. And in fact, the cook kit, I'm thinking of switching out. Okay, then here's where I made a lot of weight savings. This is the Hammock Gear Cuban tarp. It weighs like, with all the lashing on it, it weighs like 8 ounces. I was carrying my Hennessy Hex tarp, which I think is like 26 ounces. This gives more coverage for way less weight, and it's not even packed down as small as it can right here, but it really gets down about the size of a 16-inch softball. Then I have my hammock. Again, this is the War Bonnet 1.1 double layer, and I went ahead and I've got the clips. These are made of aluminum, and like I said, they were sent to me by a guy on bwca.com, Kevin L. He hasn't really tested them out. I've used them once. They seem fine, but like I said, I don't know. You know, aluminum is different than titanium, so I don't know what the strength is on those. Here's my ditty bag. Again, this is essentially the same as what I had before. Okay, now we go into my sleeping. This is a KAQ Potomac. It's a synthetic underquilt, and it's rated to 40 degrees. I have, over the winter, I bought a 20 degree hammock gear down quilt, but I found that it's just way too warm for summertime camping. So I have this KAQ, and 40 degrees is it's a pretty reasonable rating on that compared to that down underquilt. And I've got my sleeping bag. Again, this is the Big Agnes Fish Hawk, and like the Big Agnes bags, it does not have any down on the bottom. This is a left-hand zip 30 degree bag. It's down. Keep reaching down here, and I've got my clothes. About the only thing I've added to this clothes bag that wasn't there before. I've got the pillow, but what I didn't have before was a nice lightweight long sleeve button down shirt. This is made by Columbia. You know, it's that polyester, real quick dry stuff. Everything else in here is the same. Fleece hat, some wool socks, some long johns, and some long john tops. Again, for summertime, I don't really need this stuff, but I just never switched it out of this bag. So that's, you know, this is kind of maybe a 3-season pack of clothing. And then got my rain jacket, which I've kind of stuffed into its own pocket. This is an REI rain jacket. And I've got some REI rain pants. Again, the ones my daughter bought me, and I love them. Okay, and of course I've got my my whistle and my compass, which I just sort of lash on here. That's it. That gets me to 26 pounds, and that's where my current regular pack weight is. Okay, so I've knocked 10 pounds off of my initial NOOB pack weight, and I'm going to keep knocking weight off as I go. Eventually, like I said in my first video, I'm going to have to replace this pack. This pack weighs, without the lid part, the pack weighs 5 pounds and 8 ounces. That's a lot of weight, and I don't come anywhere near close to filling up the main compartment. I mean, I've always got lots of extra room. You know, here's the balloon top, and I'm filling it up, you know, to here, and then I'm just rolling it all back down. So I've got lots of extra room in this pack, and there's a lot of extra weight. So that's where we're at on this pack. I'm going to stop the tape now, and I'm going to repack with some new stuff and show what my next hike is going to be in terms of weight. Okay, so I would be outside hiking today, except that I burned the tops of my feet this morning when I was at my kids' swim meet. So they're all red and swollen, so I can't do any walking for a couple of days. So I'm playing around with the equipment, and I'm really happy to say I've just knocked 2 whole pounds off of my pack, and I've knocked, boy oh boy, a lot of volume out of this pack. I am way down. I mean, there's my hand. You go way down until you hit anything. So this pack has got to go. So, again, we've got all the same things in the front pocket that we had before: the windbreaker, the first aid, the knife, the headlamp, Sing It. I've got all the stuff in here: the stakes, the bungees, the carabiners, my liter of water, my stove, 4 ounces of the white gas. I bought this online. I found it. It's just a little tripod. It's bendy, okay? And over the mini Gorilla Pod that I showed you in the last one, this saved me 8.5 ounces. Just on the tripod, 8.5 ounces, okay? By the way, I also have a stick pick. I went and bought a stick pick. So I'm going to be able to put that on the end of the trekking poles. So but together, I mean, the stick pick itself is what, you know, half an ounce maybe. So I saved 8 ounces just there. Okay? And then in the pack, again, this is just incredible. You know, I got to tell you, down is wonderful. Man, oh man, it smashes down so small. Okay, got everything we had before. All right, sit pad, the Cuban tarp, the War Bonnet Blackbird 1.1 double layer with my cook kit. I'm going to play with that cook kit. I think I'm going to make myself one of those Fancy Feast stoves and look at getting a much smaller pot rather than having a pot and a cup and all that stuff. My ditty bag, everything in the ditty bag's the same. Okay, the underquilt. Right, this underquilt actually weighs a little bit more than the 20 degree because it's a synthetic underquilt. Maybe 2 ounce difference between those two. But here's where the big difference has come in. This, my friends, is a Franke made top quilt. M50, and it's a clone of the Hammock Gear 40 degree burrow. Right here, with the stuff sack, 13.5 ounces. 13.5 ounces. The Big Agnes bag is 2 pounds 10 ounces. So I am saving like 20 ounces just there. All right, I haven't been able to take this out and go sleep outside with it yet, but boy oh boy, it is light, it's down, it's fluffy. So there you go. Just those 2 things alone have saved me 2 pounds. I keep toying with the idea of getting rid of this bottle and just going with the squeeze. Ultimately, I probably will do that. So that will save me another several ounces right there, because I will only have the squeeze and those envelopes. Okay, so there you go. I'm down to 24 pounds. All right, and when I switch this pack out, that's going to put me. If I switch it out to you know, something that's in the 28 to 32 ounce range, then I will be at 20 pounds. Okay, 20 pounds. For me, that's a magic number. All right. Well, hopefully I can get my feet to heal up, and maybe next weekend I can take a little hike and do another video outside. All right, this is Jim, signing off, several pounds lighter than the last time you looked at my pack.
Twinkle, twinkle, electric star, yonder goes Brady on an electric car, making his way to the freedom line. He's gonna kill him a sucker